Hey everybody, Paranormal Video Gamer here, and I'm just sitting out here real quick with my dogs, getting them to go to the bathroom and all that fun stuff. So, while I was sitting out here, I've been reading a lot of the Xbox stuff that's going down, and a lot of people are predicting the reason why Microsoft decided to raise the prices is because they knew that the Xbox was not doing very good, and they're going to be getting out of making hardware for Xbox because they don't see the value anymore of doing Xbox as a console kind of company. And I'm thinking to myself, I started with the original Xbox when about a year after it came out, and I didn't get it right away because honestly I couldn't afford it. At the time, I had just lost my job when it came out, or it was like maybe a month before it came out. I lost my job, and when you lose your job, obviously you have priorities. Well, that was not my priority. It was not on my list. So I waited about a year, maybe a year and a half, before I finally got my hands on the original Xbox, and I absolutely loved that system. One of my favorite games of all time is Knights of the Old Republic. And for those of you who do not remember Knights of the Old Republic, there was Knights of the Old Republic, and then there was Knights of the Old Republic 2, the Sith Lords. And oh my god, those games are phenomenal just on themselves, just on their own. And the other thing I really liked about it is I could download CDs to the Xbox and actually play them while I was, doing stuff around my house, like, cleaning or, straightening up my bedroom and whatnot. And this is before the days of Spotify and Pandora and YouTube Music and Amazon Music. So back in the day, you literally had to have some sort of a CD player or an MP3 player in the background playing your songs because you download all the tracks to whatever device you had. Some people had Zune, Z-U-N-E. I can't remember if that's exactly how you spell it, but I remember a lot of my friends had that. And if this is the end of Xbox, this is sad because, again, I grew up with Xbox pretty much. I loved 360 when it came out, and I bought multiple systems because they all got the red ring of death. And I even have a video on my YouTube channel here where I actually was able to repair one of the Xboxes I had because the case was making the system overheat and it would not play any games. It kept coming up as error, red ring, and I flipped the fan over and got it to blow the air onto the actual GPU, and it worked for the longest time. Probably 2 years I didn't have a case on my Xbox. And yeah, so if this is the end of an era for Xbox, to me this is sad. This is beyond what I never thought I'd actually see happen, and that is Xbox going away for good. And it's strange to say that because Xbox had a chance to actually make premium games, and they threw it away because of corporate greed. They cared more about money than they actually cared about gamers, and you could see that when, again, they raised the price by 50%, and then they're blaming other factors, which don't make any sense. You could blame tariffs all you want, but if your software or your hardware is not selling because, people can't afford it, they're gonna go somewhere else. Like me, in December, I'm spending a lot of money on a gaming computer. And why am I doing that? Very simple. I want a gaming computer so not only can I record stuff to my channel, but I also want a gaming computer because I have used laptops for probably 12, 15 years. And that's all I've ever used. I've never had a true gaming PC. And it's one of those goals I set for myself like 15 years ago when I first started my YouTube channel. And I'm like, you know, I would really love to have one. And now that I saved up a lot of money, I think it's time. It's time for me to get a great PC and be able to record my PlayStation 5 stuff, my Xbox stuff, my Switch stuff. And no, I'm not getting Switch 2 until the prices drop, and I mean drop like plummet. I will not be getting the Xbox ROG thing that they want $1,000 for. I think that's ridiculous in price-wise. But I will get a PlayStation Portal at some point because I think it's actually kind of cool. And I do play PlayStation a lot now. I used to play Xbox a lot, but there are a lot of games that I have on Xbox that I kind of don't play as much. Even though I've got a Series S, there are just a lot of games that I don't play, and I have to be in a mood for certain games. But yeah, just wanted to share my thoughts about Xbox, because again, it's kind of sad that if it comes to an end, that this is how Xbox is going to be remembered. Not for the incredible library of games, not for the incredible library that Microsoft bought for all that money. They're going to port every single game to different systems and try to sell it that way, which it's going to suck because, you know, Gears of War being a permanent thing on PlayStation 5 or PlayStation 6 or Switch 2 or Switch 3, and we're only going to have literally 2 video game system consoles because, again, Xbox is removing itself, which, it's sad, man. It really is. So what are your thoughts about the news that Microsoft is tanking Xbox on purpose? Let me know in the comments below, and thanks.